Shade Pro's products are top quality, and their installation service is what they like to brag about.
You got it made in the shade. Call 888-SHADE-PRO.
iHeartRadio wants nothing more than to bring you closer to your favorite artists.
This is Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters.
So we've updated the iHeartRadio app. No, it's an upgrade. All your favorite music and stations, easier to find. Getting you closer to the music you love with just a tap.
This is Taylor Momsen from The Pretty Reckless, and this is iHeartRadio.
All your favorite music, all your favorite stations, all free. Download and open the new iHeartRadio app today.
I don't understand the list here.
Gronk is high up. He gets hurt a lot.
He didn't even play in the Super Bowl. If I took quarterbacks out, let's take quarterbacks out. That position's out. Who is the most valuable and why? Who should be paid the most money of all non-quarterbacks?
The Dan Patrick Show.
Love it. It's my favorite.
Weekdays 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific on Fox Sports Radio, where the pros talk sports.
KTDD San Bernardino, the Inland Empire's brand new Fox Sports 1350.
Fox Sports trending now.
Get things going first in the National Football League. News out of Indianapolis Colts training camp. They've announced that they've activated first-round pick.
Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Guys! Fellas, you think we could listen to the radio or something?
Jeff, we got a jam-packed show. We can't goof off today. It's really juicy. We're going to put on a bib, fork, and knife and just really dig in.
So I should probably leave then. If it's real serious. if I can't goof around, I got to just walk out of here.
We're not going to get serious, but we do have a lot of great guests. The great Tommy Leach just walked in the building.
Tommy Leach of Roosevelt High School?
Yes.
The greatest team of last year that came out of nowhere and took over.
Great run.
Yes.
I got a good feeling we're going to do it again. We got Tommy Leach. We got Daniel Algattas, who's the head football coach at San Bernardino Valley College, which was, I think, one of Leach's former stops. He's been everywhere. I think SBVC was a stop. He's nodding yes, see? I studied his resume before I walked in.
You're a stalker.
I stalked him is basically what I was doing. And we also got a very special phone interview with Taylor Dockins, the Norco high school softball pitcher, played in the NPF, I want to say, All-Star game. Does that sound right?
Yes, it was on ESPN last night.
The PGF,
yes.
Premier Girls Fast Pitch.
Yeah, she was on last night on ESPN. She did great. I'll tell you what, she is my favorite player I've ever seen in softball, and she's such an inspiration. I love her.
Oh, such a great kid. She's on the list to get a liver transplant. So we're going to talk to her about that and see if there's anything new regarding that. But she had a great game last night on ESPN, so we're going to talk to her as well. So a lot of football, college football, high school football, Taylor Dockins. Might even talk Kenyon Barner. You interviewed Kenyon Barner this week.
I did interview Kenyon Barner, and he's a little guy. He had some yellow shoes on, too. Bright yellow shoes.
From his Oregon Duck days,
yes.
I bet, right?
He was a track star.
He was.
He was a national or a Pac-12 champion, 3-time Pac-12 champion.
So you interviewed him. I heard it. It went great, but you made a little boo-boo, you said?
I kept saying the San Diego Chargers. The Los Angeles Chargers, the Costa Mesa Chargers, whatever they are.
Breaking news. The Chargers have left San Diego.
Wow.
We got a great show. We're excited about this, and yes, it will get goofy. It's all brought to you by our good friends at Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change. I was there this week.
I saw that.
In and out in like 10 minutes. The mint, the flour, even got new wiper blades. It was glorious. Thank you, Bill Navigado. Ken Sporting Goods, more than 40 years in the Inland Empire and still going strong. I saw them like blinging out these track suits. They do the bling too, Jeff, if you want that. They can put bling on whatever you want. Phantom House Studio. Nobody has better sports edits than Phantom House Studio. Get a great photo shoot for the athlete in your life, or maybe some senior pictures. Boost Performance Training, athletes of all levels. Please check out Boost Performance Training. We also got the Boost Training Tips, which you can find on the Inland Sports Channel right now. We'll have a brand new one going up today. Check out boosttrainingsystems.com with our favorite head coach, Ray Bass. Again, we've got a big show, SBVC football in the house. Tommy Leach from Roosevelt as we get a little closer to the high school football season. Probably a good time to announce, Jeff, that we're going to partner with IEMG TV.
Yes, we are.
To stream all of the SBVC football home games.
So they're going to be on television.
They're going to be live and amplified. We're excited about it because there's so many great local players, including, this was breaking news, we broke it on social media on Thursday, that Redlands East Valley star Armando Herrera will be the starting quarterback when SBVC takes the field on September 2nd against Mount Sac.
And I will say this, he's probably the most popular guy on Twitter that I have ever seen. You put it out there, and like that, 100 people liked it or retweeted it or whatever they did.
He's the man.
He is popular. 4-time starter on the football team.
He was a 4-year starter at Redlands East Valley, a CIF champion, a state champion, over 100 passing touchdowns in his high school career, over 10,000 yards. He kind of did everything at Redlands East Valley.
So he is the man.
He is the man, and now he's going to play in his own backyard at San Bernardino Valley College for the new head coach, Daniel Algattas, who will be in here very soon. He also, talking about Coach, not Armando here, but Coach does the Rubik's Cube.
He does.
And we're going to put him to the test.
He better do it.
So you went out and got him one. Bobby over here, who's a expert as well on the Rubik's, messed it up for us.
He did it in under 2 minutes.
I would say we did time him, but it was about 2 minutes, wasn't it?
Pretty quick.
So we're going to have Coach Algattas in here as well, Tommy Leach right around the corner, in our interview with Taylor Dockins as well. You know, maybe we'll just bring Tommy in right now.
Tommy Leach!
Why don't you go get Tommy Leach for us? We're gonna jump the gun a little bit. Call an audible here on the show.
Tommy Leach!
Is Tommy Leach in the house?
Tommy Leach is in the house.
Tommy Leach is in the house. Come on in, Coach. We're going to bring you on early. Is that cool?
We're waiting on a player, but...
Oh, that's okay. Why don't you rap with us until SBVC's head coach comes in? And
He's here.
Oh, he is here?
Yeah, I was just talking to him.
All right. I'm going to call the audible again.
Get out, Coach Leach!
Check.
Check. Leach is out. Leach is out! You're out, Leach. Coach Algattas, step up to the mic. Coach, how are you?
That was my fault. I got him distracted.
Did you...
He's recruiting.
Did you cycle here?
I did not. My wife made me do it in the morning. She didn't want us embarrassing the family. There's just a little too much showing off for that. Yeah.
Because Jeff, you know, cycling.
Yeah.
There's not much, not to hide. You know what I'm talking about, Jeff.
I ride a nice tricycle, a big trike, a large trike.
So how about that Tour de France, right?
Oh yeah, it was all right. It's been a little boring the last few years, but we'll see.
How do you size up a good cycling race? He's a big cycling guy, Coach Algattas over here, if you didn't know. But I mean, do you get into it? Do you go home and watch it on whatever network, wherever you can find it?
Full 6 hours every day.
See,
just kind of work to it, and then I'll put work down for the last 10 minutes and see what happens.
It's kind of like a NASCAR race, it all builds up maybe to the end. What's like that big area where all the cyclists kind of cluster together? The
sprint, yeah.
No, but
the peloton.
Thank you, the peloton. There it is. Yeah. So
there you go.
He knows his cycling stuff.
Are you a Greg LeMond fan?
He's a little bit before. I think he was like
He's not that old, Jeff. I mean, you're old. He's
when
not.
I was born, he won the tour. So
he's one of the few guys who's ever got the hat trick, though. There's only a few guys who won more than 4 times.
So who's your cycling guy before we dip into football?
Oh, Peter Sagan.
Oh,
he's the only one with triceps in the peloton. All the rest of them are pretty skinny.
You like your muscular cyclists?
Yeah. If they can do something else other than cycling, then I like them. I like the real athletes in all sports.
Coach Algattas here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. It's a pleasure to have him in studio. New head coach at SBVC, brand new stadium, state of the art. It's absolutely beautiful. Armando Herrera is going to be the starting quarterback. Coach, I mean, I feel like it's a picture-perfect scenario for you to step in as your first year as the head coach. I mean, is that safe to say?
I don't know if that's safe to say, but it's there's a lot of hard work that went into to luring a lot of this talent over and getting these guys going. And it's been a long process in terms of getting those facilities up and running. I've been talking to the last 3 head coaches. I've talked to all of them, and they all want to come over and take a peek and see how it all ended up. They all kind of had a hand in getting this put together, especially Kevin Emerson, who was there for 5 years. So it's been a long run. I kind of just stepped in at the right time, and if it goes well, then I'm sure I'll get too much credit.
If you're watching us live and amplified right now on the Inland Sports Channel, we're looking at some video of the new stadium, the video board, the big tower, the press box, the turf. I mean, everything's brand new. It's awesome. It feels like it's above a JC level, what you might find around California.
Yeah, it certainly is. I think a few of my teammates that played with me at UCLA, they've come and they've been recruiting, and they came over and they said, this is better than what we had when we played at UCLA 10 years ago, and I'd strongly agree. So it's a good thing they made their upgrades over there this week as well. got into their new building because we're coming pretty strong with what we're doing.
You guys open against Mount Sac on September 2nd at home. Speaking of former teams, that's another one of your former teams, right? Mount Sac. Are you excited for that one?
A little bit here and there. It's the first game, so either way, I'm excited. But it's a good one to open up with. I played at Mount Sac, and we played at SBVC when they put in the new turf last time. So Mount Sac's coming over to open up the
full
the
circle,
new turf.
right?
Yeah, twice here. So we'll see what happens. I had a good day that day, so hopefully I have another one.
Well, you've surrounded yourself with good people, a lot of coaches that we're familiar with, including Lance Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer, childhood friend of mine since we were little kids.
Yeah.
First, second grade, playing Catholic Little League together.
His dad was your coach?
His dad was one of my baseball coaches as a little kid, and just remained friends for years.
Ruben Avila, Chris Chaddick, guys that we're familiar with from the high school sideline. So was it important to keep guys who are familiar with the area as you come in for your first year?
First with Coach Pfeiffer, it was really important that we had somebody who had been around and had put in a lot of effort into the program and really wanted to be there and could be at a multitude of different places, but wanted to be at our place, and we vibed well together, and that was kind of one of the first moves we made was to keep him and make sure that he's going and he's playing a bigger part in the offense than he did before, and just kind of using everybody to their full potential. Same thing we do with players, with coaches too, and trying to get everybody involved and all that, and see what they're best at, and let them do their thing.
Now, you've got a great track record of scoring a lot of points. We covered SBVC last year. The defense was great, best in the state, just couldn't put the ball in the end zone sometimes. So as an offensive-minded guru, I'll call you a guru.
The guru of go.
The guru of go. Go route. Just go. Scoring points is going to be, at the forefront maybe, right, of what you guys are trying to do maybe in these summer workouts and heading into fall camp, because that's kind of what the team lacked last season.
Yeah, I think productivity and efficiency are always at the forefront of what we're doing, whether it's time efficiency or completion percentages or any other advanced metrics that we use, things like that. So the points are a byproduct of that, and we've always done a good job of teaching the offense and then really getting into situations so we don't stall out, so our kicker doesn't get overused.
He's a great kicker, by the way. He was great last year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not overused, but he'll certainly get his opportunities, things like that. But getting these kids situationally aware, letting them know what's going on. I think that's also why our kids play well at the next level after they leave, and they play immediately at the Division I or Division II level, and they get a chance to play instead of kind of hanging out for a few years before you hear their name resurface, things like that. So I think we do a good job of those things. We try to strive to be, teach them everything they're going to need as if we were already the Division I, because I think as coaches, a lot of us are at that level, and a lot of those players are as well, and so that's what they deserve.
So most recently, you were the OC at Ventura. Can you list where your quarterbacks went after Ventura College?
Yeah, I was there for a little under 2 years, and we had 6 go Division I FBS and I'm sorry, 3 go FBS and 3 FCS. So we had Oregon State, Jake Luton, San Diego State. Let's see, Nevada. We had the starting quarterback there, Ty Ganji. Idaho State was a late sign. Northern Colorado and Northern Arizona. Northern Arizona, after he played for us, he was the freshman of the year, FCS freshman of the year, Jerry Rice Award winner, and our third string quarterback. So I tell these guys that if you come, that we'll get out. Don't worry so much about the playing time. Worry about getting better every single day, because when they come and check you out on a one-on-one workout, they're going to say, this guy must have been, this guy went to Oregon State, but the guy behind him could have easily been All-State as well. And so we just train these guys to be the best quarterbacks that they can possibly be, and I think people recognize that.
What did Armando Herrera do to kind of get that separation maybe from the rest of the pack?
I think his inherent leadership ability. I mean, anytime you get somebody that's a starter as a freshman in high school, they already kind of have that it factor.
They're seasoned,
already.
You know what I mean? Like 4 years as a varsity starter.
Yeah, and I don't think, there's just a couple of tweaks in his mechanics that he might have had, just really footwork, things like that people might have just not pulled the trigger when they should have, scholarship wise. And so I sat down with him, and the first thing I did was give him a critique instead of a whole bunch of pats on the back and said, this is why you're still here, and this is my plan for you. And that's what we always try to do, is have a plan for kids and not just kind of throw them into the fire and say, hey, just come here, you're going to be great. We do our homework and have a plan for them and say, this is why you're not here. We understand that, and this is what we're going to do, work towards getting you to your ultimate goal.
We got San Bernardino Valley College head football coach Daniel Algattas here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Coach, outside of football, outside of cycling, what are some of your other interests? Things that you like besides your family. I know you have a little one here.
Yeah, family stuff. Yeah, right now we're big in the scooter gang. So we're hitting up all the Eastvale skate parks with scooters and stuff like that. So that's what we're doing right now. I don't know. Amateur magician at the Magic Castle in Hollywood.
Nice.
Just anything that I can kind of nerd out to.
Hey, I've been there several times.
Have you?
I have been.
Oh, there we go.
I have an uncle who's a magician there. So.
Yeah, and then and then beyond that, probably just software engineering. I make my own software for the program. So we have different software, football software than every other.
You're like a renaissance man over here.
A little bit. I feel like I went to some pretty good schools. And they teach you how to learn, not so much how to do just one thing. They teach you how to learn. So I just figured, if that guy could do it, I could do it. And so I just went ahead and just taught myself how to computer code, and been doing it for a few years now. So that's pretty fun. So that's probably why we always end up on time. We have like our own timing system
that you developed, of course. Right?
Yeah, for phone. And it's on our watch. And we don't really use too much paper on the field. We just use our Apple Watches.
Nice.
Look at this guy over here.
He's professional.
Way too smart to be doing our show right now, but he's still here. Well, Coach, I heard you're also strong in the Rubik's Cube game. Is that true?
That's a little bit true.
Okay.
Yeah.
But where did this come from?
You got a Rubik's Cube.
When you're out and about, and you're bored, you want to play a little Rubik's Cube. So
was that just in your pocket?
It was just in my pocket.
Oh, okay.
I'm just walking around with it all the time.
Yikes.
Well, Coach, we would like to continue interviewing you. Jeff, can you get your stopwatch ready?
I
just want to see how good.
I don't know if this is a professional level one. I mean,
it's not made from China.
The bearings are greased.
The China that we were told that the best are made in China.
Yeah, that's what our Rubik's Cube expert intern Bobby over here said. The good ones come from China. He's also a self-proclaimed Rubik's Cube master level expert guy.
And he's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have mine with me. I have a few in the office, but this one will do for today.
Okay.
I mean.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna keep interviewing you, Coach. Jeff, go ahead and start your watch.
This should be fun then.
So, Coach, you're gonna honor the 82 state championship team, right? Undefeated. On your second home game on September 9th, what's it like going back to those traditional roots and reconnecting with these great teams from SBVC past?
Trying to do a Rubik's Cube and talk at the same time is tough. But
We got you're a smart guy. You develop software.
Yeah, we got the white cross on the bottom so far, so we're almost done with one side. We're excited. That was one of the first things that I wanted to do, especially when we were going through looking at the new logos and having something that we wanted to do for a long time, instead of having all sorts of different logos pop up on our helmet every single year. Everybody's got their own idea. We wanted to do something and sit down with alumni, sit down with the president. Our athletic director, Dave Rubio's been there a long time and loves SBVC. So we wanted to sit down and do something that paid homage to, to the past, but at the same time represented the community. And moving forward, we'd have something that was pretty traditional, something that was pretty classic, that no matter what, people can come back and say, hey, I wore that logo, and that's something, when they come back in 30 years, it's still something that endures. So
yeah, pride of that tradition.
Absolutely. So having the alumni back to take part a little bit in that was pretty special. But I played at places, and some of them ask you to come back all the time, and some of them don't. And you gave your all. You just kind of want to walk around and somebody
feel welcomed, right?
Yeah, just walk around the sideline at a practice, and that's not too much to ask. So I told them, anytime you guys are around, the facility's yours. Just let me know, and we can go around and do stuff. So, I mean, that's the way they felt. It's their place.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just taking care of it.
Can you hang around a couple more minutes,
Absolutely.
Coach? We're going to hit a commercial break. We're going to let you work on the Rubik's Cube. And then when we come back, we'll see if Coach figured it out. It's not pro quality Rubik's Cube, but it's close enough.
Okay, no excuses.
Head coach Daniel Algattas from SBVC here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE. We'll have Coach back on the back side of this break. Also, the Roosevelt Mustangs in the house.
Tommy Leach!
A full stable of Mustangs out here in the hallway. We're going to talk a little high school football with him when we come back here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE.
And here's something else, Bob. I have 8 different bosses right now.
How you guys doing today? Ray Bass here from Boost Training. I'm here today at the Boost Performance Center with the one and only Pep Fernandez. Today's Boost Training tip is all about speed. We're talking about the weighted sled push. Come check it out. So when it comes to the weighted sled sprint, it's all about strength endurance. More specifically, building strength within the hips, the knees, and the calves. All right? So whatever sport you play, if you got to be strong and fast, sled sprints are for you. So I'm going to have Sawyer go ahead and get his hand placement right. We're going to get his hand about mid-height on that bar. He's going to back his feet out. He's going to bend his elbows and really get in the prowler here. Okay, so what I'm looking for here, when I say go, he's going to drive his knees very powerfully, and he wants to apply as much force against the ground as he can. That's what it's all about, how much force we can apply against the ground. All right, so ready, set, go. So there you have it, the weighted sled sprint. If you're not doing it, then you definitely want to add it to your regimen to get strong and fast, and we're doing right here at Boost.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
About how about love, 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 scuba dive, candy dig it, I don't know.
Breaking news here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350. Coach Algattas has finished the Rubik's Cube.
He did.
Yeah. So
I want to say it was probably right around 2:30.
Okay.
2 minutes and 30 seconds. I had him clocked at 2:55, but he was talking and stopping, so I was working with fingers and stuff. So under about 2:30.
Pretty good, yeah. And he was trying to answer questions live on the air.
He is multitasking at its best.
That must work the brain muscles, right? I mean, like you're digging in, you're trying to talk and focus on the Rubik's Cube.
I'm just trying to stave off Alzheimer's before it gets here. That's
there you go.
Man, you're doing a good job. You said it's almost like calling a play on 4th down.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, how would you equate doing a Rubik's Cube to maybe calling a play in football?
Oh, you know what? No, I think it's more the call sequencing. You got to kind of see everything that's happening, take in the totality, see all 22 players on the field, know how they're going to move, and then hopefully you're making the right moves. And to get it all done.
So if I see like all your assistants with Rubik's Cubes, like at practice, I'll be like, you know what? Coach is working on their brains. They're gonna do it.
All those kids at Ventura during the offseason, they all knew how to do the Rubik's Cube. We were getting pretty deep in it, and we all had different Rubik's Cubes, timers, and things like that so we could all battle each other on a fair and playing
fair playing field level.
Playing field. So it's pretty good.
Coach, you even brought a gift into the studio. I can't believe this.
My son Nicholas, I didn't know what the roll call was going to be today, so we at least got you got Pep here.
Yeah.
So Nicholas has the
Nicholas.
Now here's the deal with it. This is training gear stuff. You know, it's called Spirit Pack in high school. We call it training gear in college.
Sure.
But that's what everybody's going to be wearing when they report to camp. So we just figured you could report from camp.
Yes.
You know, wearing this stuff.
But Pep in shorts.
Oh my
But you know what? I also think that we need to get a camera out there. We need to get a helmet on you. We need to get you through a couple of tackling drills with Bobby Hosea, our DB coach.
Oh, well, that sounds like a great idea.
Death on the field.
Death on the field. It'd go viral, I guess. You guys be rolling cameras when I get smashed.
There we go.
Yeah, so... Well, Coach, we appreciate it. We announced earlier that we're teaming up with IEMG TV to stream your home games. We're excited about it in that beautiful, brand-new stadium. We'll see it for the first time. I guess Cajon High School is going to have a scrimmage there.
Absolutely.
From what we heard. So we're going to do that as like a test run, and we'll be ready for you guys when you beat up on Mount Sac, right?
Slap those guys around.
We're gonna beat up on everybody. I don't know how many games we're gonna win here and there. That's not for a head coach to say, but certainly with our defense, people won't be feeling too great about themselves. There'll be a lot of people getting yelled at on Mondays after they see our offense and defense. So we know that much. I don't want to predict wins and losses, but our kids will get out on scholarship. They will be ready to go and all that stuff. But I think Armando already put us on the spot, so he already promised everybody that we would win. So that's a good. I'm glad it's coming from the players. So
he's used to winning. You know what I mean? He's used to winning.
So the rest of us are too. That's why we went out and got winners. So we got a good group of them, and we're excited.
Coach Algattas, we appreciate the time. Can you hang around so we get some pictures in our next commercial break?
Yeah.
All right, cool. We're going to go over now to Taylor Dockins. She's waiting on our celebrity phone line.
My favorite player in all of high school sports.
So right now, let's go to the Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change Celebrity Hotline. She's one of our favorites. It's Taylor Dockins. You watched her on ESPN last night. Today here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350. Taylor, what was it like playing in the PGF? I guess it was like the All-American All-Star game. Like, what was the official name, and what did you think of the whole deal?
Yeah, it was the All-American All-Star game, the best of the best in high school, East and the West, and it was it was an honor playing out there with all the amazing talents, and to be one of those amazing talents was incredible. I had one inning out there, and I had my moment to shine, and I did, so it was incredible. Everyone was wearing my wristband out there, and, it was above and beyond. It was amazing.
Taylor, is it almost overwhelming to see so much support, so many people rallying around you during a time when you're fighting off this cancer and you have some things coming up around the corner, but everyone's they got your back, they're supporting you and they're encouraging you, and you go to a game like that, and like you said, people are wearing your wristband, and I see stuff all over social media about people absolutely love you and they say pray for Tay.
Yeah, it's incredible. The support has been amazing. When I was diagnosed, I never thought I would get the support that I am getting. And, I'm meeting these people every single day that haven't even met me, and they're praying for me. And I can't be more thankful and more blessed to have that support. That's what's making me fight through every single day. So, having everyone out there on the field wearing my wristband was extremely amazing to me, and it meant everything, and I will cherish that moment forever.
Well, Taylor, if people are following your story, and I know a lot of them around the Inland Empire you are up for a liver transplant. What's the latest on that?
So right now, I'm actually starting treatment on Thursday, and that's when they're going to do the ablation, which is a chemo and radiation shot into my 3 tumors. They will hopefully shrink or kill the tumors and then get me ready for the liver transplant. Right now, I'm just on the list as a candidate for the liver transplant, but the doctors are writing a letter to get me on the highest point of the list. So they're hoping to get me on top so I could get the liver transplant in the next 3 months.
So Taylor, Jeff and I, we're a huge fan. I know a lot of people around the IE are keeping track of your story. Is softball kind of a good distraction at times? I know there's so much going on, and softball's a good way to just remember, hey, I just want to go out and have fun. I'm the Gatorade National Player of the Year. I'm a softball player, and that's what I want to do, is just take the field and have fun with your teammates.
Oh, definitely. It's definitely a getaway for me. For 7 innings, all I'm thinking about is playing with my girls on the team. Hitting and pitching is all I'm thinking about. I'm not thinking about, my next doctor's appointment or what I'm going through. So, it's kind of a getaway, and I'm just blessed to be out there playing the sport that I love. And they said it would take 2 years after my last surgery for me to see a softball field, but I actually proved them wrong. So, I'm just blessed to be out there on the field every day.
Well, Taylor, I know you have a massage later today. Is that right?
Yeah, it's 12:30.
So we don't want to take up too much of your time, but Jeff did want to ask you something here.
Taylor, the entire Gorham family last night, we watched the game, and I want to say that you are the biggest inspiration to everybody. I mean, my wife, my sons, we're all praying for you. Your parents are the most positive people I've heard and seen. You have so much love. I know you're going to beat this, and we want to see you play for the Titans next year.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. It's incredible. But, I'm excited to be playing as Titans, and I'm looking forward to winning the College World Series for sure. That's my goal.
Well, God bless you, Taylor Dockins. We will certainly still be praying for you. It was awesome to see you on TV last night. Enjoy that massage, and we'll catch up again soon.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Taylor.
All right. Take care. Bye.
That was the great Taylor Dockins, Norco High School pitcher, the Gatorade Softball National Player of the Year. Like, it doesn't get any bigger than that.
And the Inland Sports Player of the Year in our hearts.
Yes. What is Tommy Leach doing out there? We want to talk Roosevelt football, and he's shaking hands and kissing babies and doing that whole thing. We got the Roosevelt Mustangs here in the house. Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350, proudly brought to you by Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change, Boost Performance Training, and Kins Sporting Goods. Roosevelt burst onto the scene last year, 10-3 overall, 4-1, all the way to the CIF Southern Section Division 5 semifinals. Ran to a really good Calabasas team, but they're back, they're loaded, and we want to see what Tommy Leach is going to say about this year's team. Coach, you must like the guys who are coming back and kind of on the heels of last year's success, right? I mean, you excited about this season?
Yes. Can this camera get Kari in here?
Yeah, you start talking. I'm the camera guy, too. I'll move it for you.
All right. I'm really excited. I love this team. It takes a village to build a championship, and we've got everything in place. As far as the players go, I wouldn't take any other group. I'm not just saying it. It's a thing that my expectation is to win every game. And if we happen to have a setback, win the last one, which should be the 16th game for us. So I'm really excited about it, not afraid to play good competition. And, my coaching staff's great. Our administration's great. Parent support is great. So there's no reason why, we shouldn't do some damage and come away with a state championship.
So you got football season here. You've got, a child at home that's under the age of 2, right? You said a new puppy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you sleep at all? I mean,
lately I've been going to bed like at around 12:30, waking up around 5:30. So.
Are you a coffee guy? Do you drink coffee?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So how do you do it?
Yeah. Well, big on faith. Faith, and God will never give you too much. So I'm big on that, and if I wake up in the morning, I'm blessed to be alive. It just excites me.
And let me apologize because we were texting each other, and I haven't reached out to Coach Leach in a while, so I apologize. Yeah. He's like, you never text me anymore. My bad. It's totally my bad. He's all good. It's totally my fault. But Coach, who'd you bring into the studio today to talk about Roosevelt football?
We got here to my left, we got Kari Saunders, a big
running back, right?
Tackle.
Oh, okay.
A big defensive tackle. He's probably got the biggest backside on the West Coast right here.
These guys are like, yeah.
Dominant force, awesome kid, very exciting. We got Major Lee. He came last year from us. He was a quarterback last year, came from Ohio, has an offer from Howard University, a big-time player, very versatile. He can play quarterback, he can play running back, he can play slot. Awesome kid, too. Then we got Mac McDonald, our linebacker, big physical kid. A bunch of colleges looking at him. Just a smart kid, too. Leader of our defense. Lucky to have him and loves to hit. We got to tone him down in practice. Sometimes my linebacker coaches get mad at me because I tell him to calm down.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel bad for our
you got to be healthy for that first game, though, right?
Oh, yeah, that too. But, I feel, bad for our scout team receivers. Our receivers coming across the middle. And then we got big Andy Koch, state champion. He was on that state championship basketball team. He's an Oregon State commit. A two-way player for us last year. Around week 4 or 5, we moved him to offensive tackle. He's going to Oregon State as a D lineman, but he can do anything, really. We might drop him into coverage a few times this year, but all these kids are just awesome kids. We invited a couple more that couldn't make it, but I'm just blessed to have their leadership and their work ethic, and I just think the world of them, and I know our coaching staff does too.
Well, here's your non-league. Let's talk about your non-league real quick. You got Eisenhower, Servite, Alta Loma, La Quinta, and Ayala. Of course, people are going to circle that Servite game, right? Because that's a big one. But it's really just a build-up to that Big 8 League action, right? Yeah. Because in Big 8 League play, every single Friday night and that Thursday in the last week, those are huge games, right? I mean, can you put it in perspective? Like, you want to win those non-league games, but you got to grow and progress in time for those Big 8 League contests.
Well, kind of like in Chaparral, we had Vista Murrieta, and back then, when I first got to Chaparral, Temecula Valley was really good, and the other schools were really good. So for me, it is, Servite, putting Servite on the schedule was a big thing to me. I wanted a couple other schools, but we have 2-year contracts. No disrespect to the schools we're playing, but we have 2-year contracts. It's the second year of those years. Yeah. So we couldn't get out of those. But, obviously me for non-league, I'm not in it to win games for non-league. I'm in it to get better, for our league, whether it was a Southwestern League or this Big 8. And you look at, Centennial, and we start off game 1 in Centennial in league. And my expectation is to win and set the tone in league, and then, but again, if you don't play great, you're going to get, exposed. Yeah. And rightfully so. That's what I love about this league. If you don't play great, you're not going to win the game. But to win a CIF title and a state title, you have to learn to play great. Yeah. And then you got Norco. In my opinion, Norco's loaded, and they're going to be a tough game. And you look at even Corona last year. Corona beat a state runner-up in Valley View. Yeah. And so. You and they're improved. And they're improved. And then you got King. They made the semis in a division last year. And then Santiago's coaching staff's great, and they've always got players that are dangerous. So, big games. That's exciting for me. And it gives these guys an opportunity to rise and get exposed to by other colleges. Absolutely, awesome.
Got the Roosevelt Mustangs here in the house on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350. Let's talk to some of the guys as well. We'll just go left to right because I want to give everyone a chance to talk. The mindset at Roosevelt, I feel like it's just flipped. I mean, I don't know if that's safe to say based on the success you had last year. You kind of burst onto the scene, run to the semifinals, second place in the Big 8 League. I mean, does it feel different going into this season based on what you guys did last year?
Absolutely. Last year, we were just wanting a change in the culture at Roosevelt football. We hadn't done too well in the years prior, but last year was definitely a change. We realized how good we could really be. And now going into this year, we know how good we are, but we're going to still try and improve, but we know we're going to do damage. And if we stay humble and if we work hard like we can and we get our stuff together, and we play 100% in the games, I don't think anyone can beat us.
And Coach, you were saying McDonald's your thumper over here, right? In the middle. It was Matt, right? Mike. Let me ask. Is your Mac? Yeah. But he's your Mike linebacker? No, I don't know. Now I'm really mixing it up. But talk about all those great teams you're going to see in Big 8 League play. We didn't even talk about the teams in your playoff division because you guys were bumped up to Division 4, and there's some other Big 8 League schools in Division 4 as well. But, you want to come out. You were 10-3 last year. I know everyone wants to go undefeated and stuff, but, really it's just make it to the playoffs because in Division 4, if you guys can just get in, you guys are probably going to make a deep run. I mean, how do you guys feel about just the season as a whole and just getting into the postseason?
I feel like we have a great team this year. We're in the Big 8. We got Norco, Centennial. It's good competition. I think we could beat them. We have a good team this year. We've improved this past year. So I think we have a really good team. And we could definitely make it and be number 1 in the Big 8 this year.
And it was Major, right? Major Lee? Yeah. So Major, come on, football in Southern California is way better than Ohio, right?
Almost definitely. Most definitely. It's way more fun.
But you joined a program like Roosevelt, who's one of the best teams in Southern California. I'll go ahead and say it.
Right.
You know, but what's it like joining a team that already had a ton of success, and now you're just trying to, you know, find your spot and help the team win some games?
It's fun. It made me more of a versatile player than what I am now. The culture shock is amazing. It's very different from Ohio, but it's real fun. I like it a lot. I feel like it's made me a better football player, a better person in life, and it's a blessing for me. So I like it.
Well, you joined a great program, so you're in a good spot.
So Pep, so there's no confusion. He did play for us last year.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah. So he played running back for us, and you know he first came in as a quarterback, but you know again, so he helped us change this culture.
So last year was your first year on the job, correct?
Yep.
And you're going into year 2. These guys obviously know you a little bit better as well.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the expectations from what you expect from these guys are a little bit different as well? Because, hey, guys, you all had me last year. We went 10-3.
Yeah.
I want to raise that bar just a little bit higher, and I'm expecting more from you. Do you kind of feel that, Coach?
To be honest with you, my expectation last year, we should have beat Calabasas. We just played the way we're supposed to play and the way we're capable of playing. And my thing is, again, looking at the schedule, no disrespect to any team we play. If we play the way we're capable of playing, then no team can beat us on the schedule. No team in our division can beat us. No, flat out. But, you know, if we don't play the way we're capable of playing, like at Calabasas, you're going to get exposed, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
And, you know, we didn't come close to playing to our potential against in that game. So for me, my expectations, just like last year, I mean, I thought we were going to overwhelm Calabasas. I think we should overwhelm every team. We really should. And if we don't, you can blame it on me and my coaching staff, because those are the expectations. And if we don't get them ready, I'm not going to point the finger at them. I'm going to point it at me. How come I didn't get this team ready?
Yeah.
How come I didn't get Calabasas ready? Why did that happen? You know, and you learn from it. You know, obviously, maybe the stage was set too big. Maybe our coaching staff really wasn't ready to, you know, grind to greatness.
But chalk it up to learning, right?
Yeah,
learning experience.
Yeah, exactly. So our expectation really is to win every game and take it one game at a time, though. It starts at Eisenhower, and we go from there.
We got a great quarterback. You got some great skill guys, but it's all about the guys up front, right? With the big backsides, right? Let's talk about the line play, because really that's going to set the tone for everything else, the running game, the passing game, obviously on the defensive side, getting to the quarterback. How important is it to the line to, you know, keep Musa clean, basically, you know, keep your quarterback standing upright and, you know, giving him time to pass the ball around to those great skill position players? No, you haven't talked yet. Yeah, go for it.
Well, I think it's very important, because without Jeremy, I feel like we wouldn't have had the success that we had last year. He led us to a CIF. He did basically everything he could for us. And so if we weren't protecting him, I don't think we would have made it to playoffs without him. So I think it's very important to protect him.
Well, you guys had a great run all the way to the semifinals. We're going to hit a commercial break. When we come back, a little bit more with the Roosevelt Mustangs. But I want to quickly remind everyone that Sports Weekly Live is coming back to IMG TV Friday nights, 11 o'clock. The only high school football show. Yeah, live at 11 o'clock to midnight. The only high school football show in the Inland Empire. Scores, highlights, analysis. We do it all. It's at IEMG. And also on Sports Weekly this coming week, if you want to check out that, we'll have an interview with Christian Barker. He's an offensive lineman for the Cleveland Browns. He's actually helping out the Arroyo Valley football team a little bit this past week before he reported to training camp, so you can check out that as well. But when we come back here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE, more with the Roosevelt Mustangs, plus we might have a live report from the Little League West Regional up there in San Bernardino.
Which is going on right now, right?
Well, the softball just ended last night. Baseball will start this week. So there's a lot going on up there, some great talent. So we're going to check on them as well. We'll be right back here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Okay, people,
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I think that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility.
On the Inland Sports Show, brought to you by Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change and Kin Sporting Goods and Boost Performance Training. We got more with Roosevelt in just a second, but we're going to go right now to the Kin Sporting Goods Celebrity Hotline. We got a live update from up there in San Bernardino at the West Regional. Just completed softball, going into baseball next week. It's Brian Pickering. Brian, who won the softball West Regional to advance to the World Series last night?
Well, first of all, good morning, Pep. We had probably one of the best championship games in softball that we have seen. This was the 7th year of the softball title, or softball Western Region Championship here. And Utah, in 8 innings, defeated Washington 1-0. And for the 2nd year in a row, a team from Utah will be advancing to the Little League Softball World Series in Portland, Oregon. And for those who aren't familiar with the amount of innings that are played in Little League, from the major division, which is the level here in San Bernardino, it's 6 innings. So they went 2 extra frames to decide last night's championship game, and it was a heck of a game.
Wow, so they're doing something right in Utah. I'm surprised because Southern California has so many great softball high school programs. But now we go into baseball next week, Brian. What are some cool, exciting plans you have for the baseball tournament?
Well, first of all, the baseball tournament will be held August 6th through the 12th, so it'll start next Sunday, and it's a double elimination format. 2 teams will advance to the Little League World Series in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. There'll be one from the West Division and one from the Northwest Division. And so we're looking forward to that. It's always a fun time. This is the 47th year that the West Regional Tournament has been held in San Bernardino. And so we're excited about it. There's going to be 12 teams from the Western United States coming from 11 states. In California, we have a representative from Northern California and one from Southern California. But some of the things we have going on is, first of all, we have tremendous team hosts that are with the teams from the day they arrive to the day they leave. They help them throughout the entire week. They essentially become families, is what they become, the team hosts and the families. And they help plan activities when they're not playing any games. You know, the kids will go to Disneyland, Knott's Berry Farm, the mountains, the beach, you know, and they try to make it as memorable off the field as it is on the field. But when it comes to on the field, as we have in the past, we're going to have some former athletes that are going to be throwing out first pitches and signing autographs. So the public is welcome to come out to the tournament. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say that all the games are free. So there is no admission cost. So we welcome anyone to come and watch these games. On August 6th, a big treat for us is going to be 2 ladies from the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League, and that's the league that was made famous by the movie A League of Their Own. Shirley Berkovich and Maybelle Blair will be here to sign autographs and throw out first pitches at the 4 o'clock game on August 6th. And then we'll also have other individuals that are we are just as excited about to have here. We have Mike Sweeney from Ontario, former 5-time All-Star from the Kansas City Royals. We have Dave Coggin, former pitcher from the Philadelphia Phillies. He's from Upland High School. We have Chad Zerbe and Sean Estes, former Giant pitchers. Kevin Gross, former Dodger pitcher. We have former NBA star and UCLA Bruin, Henry Bibby. He's going to be coming. Dennis Powell, another former Dodger pitcher. Calvin Pickering, he played for the Baltimore Orioles. And on Championship Day at 6 o'clock on August 12th, the West Championship game, we're going to have the co-owners of the San Diego Padres out here, Peter and Tom Seidler. So we are excited, and we invite everyone to come on out. And anyone can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/WestLL, and we'll have a list of all the first pitch honorees and the games that they're going to be at.
Well, Brian, we appreciate the time. We're up against it, but some great Little League competition out there and some big-time guests. We appreciate you joining us here on the Inland Sports Show, and we'll see you out there in San Bernardino real soon.
Thank you very much, sir. Take care.
All right, thanks, Brian.
All right, thank you.
It's Brian Pickering from the Little League West Regional and Northwest, because they send 2 teams to Williamsport.
And he said Henry Bibby, Henry Bibby's brother, Jim Bibby, was a baseball player. So maybe that's the connection there.
The baseball connection?
Yeah, maybe.
Could be. We still got Roosevelt here in the house for a couple more minutes as we're wrapping up this Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Coach, this is an awesome group, a mixture, linemen, linebackers, skill guys. I don't want to put you on the spot, but is there an area where you feel really strong about this team? Like, you know what? We're going to be really good. Obviously, the skill guys. I mean, that's a no-brainer, right? But is there an area of this team that you're like, you know what? We're going to hang our hat on this area of the team?
No, I mean, I think we're just well-balanced. I really think, if I'm a opposing coach, I don't really see a weakness. I think one thing I would say is probably mental stamina all around. Just getting mentally
Use the
focused.
Rubik's Cube. That's what Coach Algattas does.
Focus.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes, for us, it's like, I try to play music at practice and all that stuff, get them ready, but sometimes we got to tone it down because we kind of lose focus, and it's kind of practice as far as that goes. But if we're focused and we're determined and we play discipline and just do our job and do our thing, not worry about somebody else's job, we're going to be fine. It's going to be awesome year. Football is kind of a cruel sport in a way with injuries and stuff like that, but we haven't had depth at the right spots and all that stuff. So, I'm expecting great season, and I'm really excited for these kids, for our school, for the community, just for, our season to start, because we have the potential to do a lot of great things, and really, really can't wait for it to happen.
Yeah, last year you guys came in under the radar. This year, you got a bullseye on your back. You really do. And you also have that 2-year window with the new CIF seedings and so forth. This is a good opportunity this year to really get after that championship.
Yeah.
As opposed to if you guys keep winning.
Could be D3 next year,
D1.
and you continue to move up.
Yeah. And, last year we had a lot of great leaders, too, that really wanted it. This one of our DNs, Richard Cage, Eric Brooks.
You had some good seniors.
Yeah, good seniors. Arnold. Those guys kind of helped us lead the way and, really kind of no nonsense, just doing their job, not talking back, and really performing at a high level. And, we get that ring, all that class teaching us the right way to do it is going to,
They were part of that, right?
Get that ring, too, so.
Yeah, they were part of that. Well, guys, we appreciate it. Best of luck this season. You open against Ike, and then from then, it's wide open.
Floodgates open.
Division 4, playoffs, all that stuff. So a lot of good teams. Thank you, Coach Leach. You're one of our favorites. We always appreciate you. And thanks for bringing some of the guys down, too.
Thanks.
All right, the Inland Sports Show proudly brought to you by Spoiled. Quick quality oil change. You'll be spoiled by their excellent customer service. Great prices right off Alessandro. Jeff, I went there this week. Told them you'd be there again. I'd be there with my wife's car. Oh, I'm just hanging out there, basically. Ken Sporting Goods, 40 years in the Inland Empire. Actually, more than 40 years.
40
They're
plus.
still dominating.
Where I get my cup?
It's where Jeff gets his cup. You can get Letterman's jackets, baseball bats, all kinds of good stuff. Phantom House Studio, the best sports edits in the business. Senior pictures, wedding pictures, all kinds of good stuff. PhantomHouse.com. And, of course, Boost Performance Training. Coach Ray Bass, just back from Hawaii.
International.
The Big Island. He's training guys over there. He's back, though, in Corona, so hit him up. BoostTrainingSystems.com. Athletes of all levels and all sports as well. Jeff, we didn't have time, but you actually went out and interviewed Kenyon Barner the other night. That interview is actually right now on our Inland Sports channel.
It is.
So the Chargers report to training camp today.
In Costa Mesa.
But you caught up to Kenyon Barner first.
In his gold and yellow shoes. Yes, I did.
Were you a fan?
I'm a fan now.
Yeah. Running back, kick returner, stud, but you said he's a little on smallish side.
I'm looking around for a guy that's big, and he was smaller than you, Pep.
Whoa,
5'11" and a half.
5'11" in these Pumas,
there
okay?
You go.
Jeez. Well, we appreciate the Roosevelt Mustangs, Daniel Algattas.
And our favorite, Taylor Dockins, kick some butt.
Yeah, we're praying for you, Taylor. Kick some butt. Just like she'd, hit a home run or strike somebody out. She always wins.
Pray for Tay.
Doesn't take L's. So, yeah, Taylor Dockins, we're praying for you. And then also, thank you to Brian from that live report from the Little League West Regional up there in San Bernardino. Check out Kenyon Barner right now on the Inland Sports channel. We appreciate you watching and listening. We'll see you again next Saturday at 11 a.m. right here on Fox Sports IE, 1350 a.m.
You can't take away my dignity.